Hey YouTube, unboxing video. These are some cheap speakers I got. I'm planning on building kind of like a last minute boombox a month away from now. So I got time to buy the parts. Like I said, I'm gonna build another boombox. So I got some cheap speakers. I'll probably replace them in the future, but I mean it's just something I'm throwing together as quick as I can here. They're the new Supersonic something or others. Yeah, there you go, right there. That's what they are. They're three-way. Let me take this off. This is kind of a nice cover. The picture looked kind of cheap and stupid, but I mean, when I put these things on here, they actually look pretty cool. They look even better underneath. It's amazing. So, they're the woofers feel like they're actually pretty good. They're really solid. They're a lot. I mean, super solid. That's like some good plastic there. I was expecting them to be flimsy. I paid like $20 or something for these. They were very cheap. And yeah, they got. This is the mid-range here. Feels kind of cheap, and it's got a piezo tweeter. And one thing that's actually pretty surprising, like it's got a crossover. I mean, it's just a it's just a capacitor, but I mean, which it's not really a crossover, it's just a capacitor, but I mean the fact that they even put that there is a sign that they tried to take pride in their work, but they just couldn't really afford the parts, I guess. When you hold them in your hands, they feel kind of cheap, you know. And enough about that one. Let's get into this one here, which is still in the packaging, because we have to unbox something in the unboxing video. Alright, so this packing comes off pretty easy. Hold on. Okay, so I've got the packing on here. Those don't want to stay on, but they're not. You bolt them on. They don't like snap on or anything. So yeah, let's look at this. Now, one thing that's kind of upsetting, I can't for the life of me understand why it's like this, but it just lists the max power, the peak power. It doesn't list the RMS power or anything. Or, actually, it might do it on the bottom of the speaker. Nope. Oh, hold on. This is just a sticker. Oh, the camera's dying. Let me see if we can get that sticker off. Come on. This is hard to do with one hand. Okay. I got a good grip on it now. See if it lists the actual wattage underneath. Or, actually, you know what? It might just be a generic speaker. Let me try to get that off a little better. Okay, yeah, so it is just a generic speaker. They've done their own little modifications to it. Let's go over some of the reasons why this feels kind of cheap. It's not really all that heavy, which is a little disappointing. I mean, it feels heavy enough, but kind of light. And the baskets feel like aluminum almost. Like, ooh, look, my hand is glowing. They feel aluminum. I could probably, if I whacked at this thing with something, it'd probably break. And the reason I say they feel like aluminum is because aluminum feels kind of like a mixture of plastic and metal. And that's what these kind of feel like. And there's some chip paint there. They just cheaply painted these. Oh my god, excuse me guys. Every time I make a video, Jesus. So, yeah, here's the mid-range and the little piezo tweeter. The mid-range feels like it's going to be producing more highs than it is of middle range. There needs to be a better name for that. The phase plug, the little post here, has got some, it's got a little bit of a gap around the voice coil. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I suppose it's a good thing, just in case you get a little dust in there, you don't get that grinding sound, but you're probably going to get that grinding sound anyways. And these magnets actually on here are not really that big. I mean, they're good sized magnets, but I mean, compared to like Rockford Fosgate or Kicker, they're kind of small. So, you know, I guess it's a decent sized magnet for what I paid. I'd do a sound test, but I mean, it's not like I don't have a box for these things, so they're gonna sound like shit no matter what, on top of a shitty microphone on the camera. Also, this wiring here feels really cheap. Like, I mean, it feels like it'll just break away almost immediately. Like, if I just touch it hard enough, the copper wiring will just break away. Let me get in closer. Like you can see there, it's soldered in there, but it's kind of cheap. And yeah, there's nothing too special about these. They look kind of cool, and I like them. Like I said, they probably won't last very long, but I mean, no big deal if they don't. I'll just get new ones. Again, this is supposed to be a last-minute boombox. Excursion. These feel kind of tight, but you know, I probably got to burn them in because the spider is probably still pretty tight on there. And the foam looks like it's pretty good for some decent excursion. You know, it's not really small foam. It's not really all that big, but it's pretty good foam. These woofers feel like they're, I don't know. They feel kind of like polypropylene, but they feel way too sturdy and strong to be polypropylene. Maybe it's just like really thick polypropylene. Back to these covers. These are actually pretty nice. I mean, they feel cheap and plasticky, but I mean, they feel kind of solid. Ooh, maybe I should take that back. They're already falling apart. Wow. Well, still, they feel kind of solid. They probably aren't. And we got these little brackets here. I guess that I don't know why they give you those. I guess it's so you can help it fit better in your car, but I just buy my own brackets. I mean, they don't know the exact measurement, whatever. It came with some speaker wire. You know, it's alright. It's no good. Actually, I have this exact same kind of speaker wire. It's pretty cheap. Speaker wire. They already stripped it and left the thing on there because, you know, it's kind of code. And then there's like these little guys here that are supposed to slide on there. I'd say they were heat shrink, but they probably aren't. I don't know. I gotta get a better feel of them. No, they're just kind of like, they're like silicone. That's what they are. I think they're silicone. It's really cheap, but you know, it's whatever. If they think it's good enough, then it must be good enough. Because, you know, I don't want to give these things too much power. So, okay, my battery percentage is in like 2% right now, so I'm going to have to cut the video here.